Oahu, where you can hop off a plane and get poke by the beach and fruit tastes so fresh like the sun itself. The land here humbles you, waterfalls cut through green mountains, and the water reminds you who's in charge. And here it's not just a paradise but a living, breathing pulse of the Pacific. We started our first day super jet-lagged, and there's nothing better to do than to go to Kona Coffee at 7 AM right before they open. The line was already getting pretty long, and they're known for the different pastries and of course coffee. We got their matcha raspberry and black sesame kouign-amanns, and they're so flaky and buttery and not too sweet. We also couldn't resist their butter mochi with a charred crust on top. We did some more exploring around the Waikiki area and loved how the water is so close and easy to get to. Musubis are almost the perfect beach snack, so of course we had to stop by Musubi Cafe. They had so many combinations of spam and rice, and we're so excited to try them. We headed over to KCC Farmers Market, which is open on Saturdays and is super busy. These mochis are stuffed with strawberry and red bean and took me back to Japan. So many stalls selling fresh fruit, and this one had coconut jellies. And of course we were in Hawaii, so we couldn't resist the fresh açaí, which was perfect on a hot day. Next up was Foodland, and we're so excited to check out their huge selection of poke. It was so hard to pick, but we drove a bit to the beach to go and enjoy. We got the spicy salmon and tuna, and the chunks of fish are absolutely massive, and it comes on a bed of hot rice. It was finally time for our reservation at the Hanauma Bay Nature Reserve, and it was absolutely beautiful. And after a few hours of snorkeling in the water, of course it was time to eat again. We saw this hack of putting your poke in shrimp chips, and it was the perfect combo. After all that eating, it was time to work it off at a hike at Koko Head. It's a series of 1,000 steps on an old abandoned tram line, and we're so tired up top, but the views were absolutely worth it. After the hike, we drove back to the city to check out Don Quijote, which again brought me back to Japan. They have a ton of different sushi and food, but we held off for dinner at Marugame Udon. Here they make all their noodles fresh, and it was a bit of a wait, but it was so worth it. They also have a bar of different fried foods, and we loved how the texture of the udon was super bouncy here. And to end our day, we had to get shaved ice here at Island Vintage. We waited around 30 minutes, but I couldn't get enough of the passion fruit lilikoi. Started off the next day with a matcha at Junbi. Tried their guava matcha latte that was creamy and floral and so good. We got breakfast at Liliha Bakery, and we got classics like spam and eggs and a loco moco. I loved how the runny egg melts into the gravy and the garlic fried rice soaks up all the flavor. We took a little fruit break, and it was time to go out and start our day at Diamond Head. It's one of Oahu's most popular hikes, and you get to hike up along a volcanic crater. You get to hike through military tunnels and bunkers, and up top is a 360 view of Honolulu and the ocean. After a short drive, we also headed to the Makapu'u lighthouse trail. It's a super easy 2-mile round trip paved hike, and you get these beautiful views of the rugged Pacific Ocean coastline. After heading back to Honolulu, we saw Feed Meme really liked this spot, so we had to try their shaved ice. There's definitely an old school vibe, and their ice is powder fine. We got the Pog, which is passion fruit orange guava, and it was such a refreshing combination, we're obsessed with it the whole trip. For dinner, we stopped by the spot selling Korean barbecue and panchan. We got the short rib kaibi and katsu plate with mac salad and cucumber kimchi. And a bit after dinner, we headed over to Zippys for a late night snack. We got the Korean fried chicken with chili, rice, and mac salad, and I didn't expect everything to work so well together, but it tasted like pure Hawaiian comfort. On day 3, we started our day at Island Vintage Coffee. The wait was around 30 minutes, but we had to go and try their famous coffee and acai bowl. Their acai was so velvety and smooth with a crunch from the granola and local honey that ties it all together. We did some exploring, and for lunch we headed over to Maguro Spot for more poke. You get to try a bunch of fish from the different combos, but I felt like the quality wasn't as good as Foodland. After a few jam-packed days, we decided to take it much more chill, just exploring, and saw the spam vending machine and a few Miffy installations. And for dinner, we headed over to Ginza Bairin for their tonkatsu. They do different sets, and each katsu is made with fresh Berkshire pork, and you get to grind your own sesame seeds to make the sauce. Fried oysters were so light and airy, and we got the classic set and a curry set. Each piece of pork is panko breaded and fried to a golden crisp, and the inside stays juicy, rich, and buttery, almost melting as you bite through the crust. I loved how deep and earthy the curry was, and even though the pork was fried, each piece tasted so white and it was better than some of the pork I've had in Japan. Afterwards, we headed over to Henry's Place, which is an old school dessert shop, and of course we had to get the pog. And for our last day, we wanted to go to North Beach, and we started with some breakfast at Yogurstory. They're known for their ube pancakes, which are drenched in a creamy ube coconut sauce. The pancake itself is so soft and fluffy, and it was so decadent but absolutely delicious. On the savory side, we got the wachan, which is crispy pork belly. There's a crunch on the outside and a nice sweet sticky glaze. The garlic fried rice just ties it all together and soaks up the runny egg and pork flavors. And after breakfast, we drove to North Beach and we did some snorkeling at Shark's Cove. You get to swim through different tide pools and see a ton of different fish and coral. Close by is Waimea Valley, which is sacred Hawaiian ground and now home to over 5,000 species of tropical plants. It's a cultural preserve and also botanical garden, and you get to hike up to see the Waimea Falls. They're life vests for rent, and it was intense swimming against the waterfall. And along North Shore, there's a ton of different famous shrimp trucks, and we had to try out Jenny's shrimp. The shrimp has a nice natural sweetness, and the shrimp and rice are smothered in a garlic butter sauce. And across the street was Kainama shaved ice, and this was one of the best shaved ice we had on our trip. We got the sunrise, which comes with half lychee, half strawberry, and mochi, and the hidden surprise was the creamy banana ice cream that tied it all together. For dinner, we headed over to Kyungs Seafood, which is known for their hue, or Korean raw fish. We got their combo, which comes with salmon, yellowtail, and tuna. Each piece was so white, fresh, and buttery, and I loved having it with the chogochujang. Also known for their meat john, or meat pancake. They wrap the marinated short rib in a savory Korean crepe, and it's so addicting. And for our last and final day, we got some Musubis for the plane ride, and it was time to go home. It was so fun exploring Hawaiian culture and nature, and I can't wait to come back.